The best way to start your day. This is Med in the Morning.
It's Med in the Morning here on Alive 107.3, Wednesday morning, and we are just 5 days away from the biggest night on the TNA wrestling calendar. We're talking about Bound for Glory. It comes your way Sunday night live on TNA Plus from Lowell, Massachusetts, and it is a stacked and action-packed card with so many must-see matches, including the TNA X Division champion, the UK's own Leon Slater, defending against NXT's Javon Evans. The Knockouts title on the line as Indy Hartwell looks to bring that title back home. She goes one-on-one with the reigning NXT champion Kalani Jordan. Mike Santana looks to do the same with the TNA World titles. He faces current champion NXT's Trick Williams. And the question will be answered finally. Who is the greatest tag team of all time? The Hardys, Matt and Jeff, face off against Team 3D, Bullery and Devon, one last time in a tables match. And to look ahead to these matches and so much more, I'm delighted to welcome, and I'm sure we'll get a hometown welcome in Lowell this weekend. It is our guest. Let's say very good morning to the hometown man. How are you, my friend?
I am awesomely, man. You did a good job of running down that card. I mean, I want to be there to see it, and I'm willing to pay like any amount of money that is in the universe to see that card. But I get to be there, like in my hometown, man. Like I'm going to be there. I'm gonna have to pay. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there at Bound for Glory. I'm super excited, man. You got me hyped just running down that card, Lee.
Well, the thing is, hometown man, that is only a selection of the matches that are going to be taking place at the Tsonga Centre this Sunday night. And I'm glad you mentioned the fact that you are going to be there, because let's talk about this. It was earlier this year, June, I believe, against all odds, you made your TNA debut alongside Leon Slater, the Hardys. You were taking on the system, and you have been taken to the hearts of the TNA fans everywhere you go, every single appearance. How does it feel to be getting that hometown welcome every time you appear?
That is a fantastic question, and I don't even know how to answer that in words that somebody can fully understand. I'll say this. Take any sport that you've maybe ever played. If somebody's listening to this right now, and maybe it's baseball and they hit a home run, maybe they played American football. I'll make sure I use that correct phrase there.
Yeah.
American football, you can get a touchdown, or you're playing basketball like Larry Bird, my hometown hero, and you shoot a three-pointer to win the game. Take that feeling that you would get if you were an athlete and you got the touchdown, you got the home run, you got the winning basket, and like times that by a million. And that's what it feels like every single time I come through the curtain. Now, also think about this, Lee. I love that you brought this up. My debut match,
Hmm.
I stood shoulder to shoulder with the Hardys, the legendary Hardys, and shoulder to shoulder with probably, I don't even know if you can even use the word probably. I would say definitely the best pound for pound professional wrestler in the world right now in Leon Slater. Those were my partners. I'm in the ring with those guys, and the entire crowd is chanting, "Hometown man, hometown man, hometown man." I was humbled, I was honored, and I was excited that the TNA fan base welcomed me with open arms right away, and they've been doing it ever since.
They have. It's been fantastic, and it's funny because TNA is got these rabid fans that will let you know right away whether or not you're going to make it or you're
Yeah.
not. And,
Yep.
and you have just been there right from the very start, from that very first appearance against all odds. You have been in the ring performing. You have been out there with the fans in the crowd right the way
Yeah.
through, and they are loyal to you. They will defend you. We are noticing this. And again, you're getting the kind of reaction that we haven't seen from many performers, many wrestlers that have been in the game for 5, 10, 15 years. And
Mhm.
you're achieving these sort of things after just 4 or 5 months in the business. How does it feel to be realizing that, as I say it? And what's the performance like? Are you getting any, well, we'll talk about this in a moment, but are you getting any hints of jealousy from that TNA locker room, from the way that
Ooh.
you have been taken to the hearts of the TNA faithful?
Now, I'm gonna say two things. I was gonna start with what you said there at the end in terms of the hint of jealousy. TNA wrestling, the locker room is a family,
Mhm.
and that family is just as excited as I am every time I come back through the curtain. And after the response that I get, the pats on the back, the high fives, the people are like singing my theme song. Like when I come back through the curtain, all the wrestlers are singing the Hometown Man theme song, just like the crowd is. Like that's amazing. And so jealousy, maybe there is, but I'm not seeing it. Number two thing, you
Mhm.
said I'm going into the crowd and the people that are defending me. I'm going to give you like a little inside scoop. This is about me behind the curtain before my debut. I know I'm coming out there in front of this TNA faithful crowd, like you just said, who will tell you right away if they like what they see or not, because they are dedicated, they are loyal, and they've been following TNA for over 2 decades. So
Mhm.
they will tell you right away if they do not like something. And I knew that. So I'm behind the curtain and I'm thinking to myself, this audience is either going to go crazy for me or they might hate me. And I have no idea what to expect. And when the love was showered on me, and for the entire time I'm in the ring, they are chanting hometown man, it was like any like doubt that I might have had, any fear that I might have had was just gone. And I am just rocking and rolling with Leon Slater and the Hardys, and it was unbelievable. And it's been every time since. The TNA fans, like you said, have just showered me with love and defended me. So if I got a problem with somebody, if I got a problem with Nick Nemeth or Ryan Nemeth, or I got a problem with Eric Young, and they want to try to come at me and take this mask off, all I gotta do is hop into the crowd, and my hometown fans are gonna defend me.
You mentioned the Nemeths there. We need to talk about those guys because you have had a few issues with them. Most
Mm,
recently, this past Thursday on Impact. Of course, you were
mhm.
in there a great match against Nick
Thank you.
Nemeth, former TNA World Champion. However, outside shenanigans, let's be honest about it, from Ryan Nemeth
Hmm.
causing you to have to suffer a as you were
Yeah.
you were there pinned looking up at the lights there. The boots continued to get played down on you, and then Matt Cardona came down to try and defend you by your side again, but again he suffered a beat down as well. How are you physically after last Thursday night on Impact? And I need to ask the question: what kind of retribution do you have on your mind for the Nemeths?
Well, look, physically, I'm doing okay. I
Mhm.
mean, every single match, there's an element of danger, and you're gonna take your lumps and your bumps and bruises, and I definitely took that this past Thursday. However, I think I'm more mentally scarred than I am physically scarred. In that match, Ryan Nemeth comes to the ring with one of my masks hanging around his neck that he had stolen and taken off of me at Victory Road. And he comes down to the ring with wearing that around his neck. During the match, the fans probably heard it. I was able to jump out of the ring, land on Ryan Nemeth, and take that mask back, reclaim what is mine, what I cherish and what I love and what is so meaningful to me because it's part of my connection to the fans. And then afterwards, he takes it back, and he still has that mask in his possession. So we're talking about Bound for Glory. I am not currently advertised to be on any of
Mm.
those amazing matches that you have listed. However, a little birdie told me that there is a call your shot gauntlet going down at BFG. And if Ryan Nemeth thinks he's going to walk into that gauntlet wearing my hometown mask, I think that would be an amazing opportunity retribution. I can't make any guarantees, but that sounds like it would be some poetic justice where I could call my shot and get my mask back. I'm just saying, Lee, that sounds like it might be pretty perfect.
That does sound like would be pretty perfect indeed. You can see the Collie Shot Gauntlet as part of TNA's Bound for Glory comes your way this weekend exclusively here in the UK on TNA Plus. And how about this? If you're not already a TNA Plus subscriber, here in the UK, we've got a very, very special new offer. For $9.99 a month or $99.99 annually, you can see not just this weekend's Bound for Glory, you can see the entire year's worth of TNA premium live events and pay-per-views, including Turning Point and Final Resolution, every episode of Impact, access the entire TNA library, and get some VIP membership content exclusively by heading on to watch.tnawrestling.com and signing up right now. You heard me right. Okay, this is $9.99 a month, and you get more than 20 years worth of content and access to that entire PPV and PLE library, including this weekend's Bound for Glory. When we come back, I'm going to be getting the thoughts of the hometown man about some of the matches that are taking place this weekend on TNA Plus. Do not go anywhere.
Thursday on an all-new TNA Impact. It's the final stop on the path to Bound for Glory. JDC of the System battles Order 4's Mustafa Ali, who will have the momentum going into hardcore war. X-Division champion Leon Slater looks to send a message to NXT's Javon Evans ahead of the biggest event of the year. Plus, the complete Matt Cardona goes one-on-one with Ryan Nemeth. The TNA World Champion Trick Williams will be in the Impact Zone. What will transpire with Bound for Glory on the horizon? And the global phenomenon Joe Hendry looks to stop the cleanse as he clashes with Eric Young in a no disqualification match. It's an all-new episode of TNA Impact, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome back to Med in the Morning here on Live 107.3. Lee getting set for Bound for Glory weekend. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm like a kid getting set for Christmas. It is my favourite weekend of the year. And there are so many amazing matches on this card. How do we pick who's going to win? Can we get any insight as to what might be happening? Well, I thought who better to ask that question of than my guest at this time, the hometown man. It is a very infectious song. Very, very infectious. Good morning. Still with me, hometown man?
I'm still with you. You just woke me up even more singing my song, Lee. I love it. Thank you. You've got a very beautiful voice, Lee. You're doing that very well.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to say, I think your theme song might be the biggest wrestling hit since I Believe in Joe Hendry. It's infectious.
Wow.
It's there. It's at that level, in my opinion. It really, truly.
You know who complimented me after my debut on my song?
Yeah.
The one and only Joe Henry. He said, brother, you might be taking my spot with that song. He said it and he meant it, and I love it. And in Pittsburgh, my hometown of Pittsburgh, after the show, everybody was cranking my theme song in their vehicles coming out of the arena. I had everybody texting me saying they're literally playing your song in their cars and singing my song as I left the arena. Man, I mean, you don't get any better than that, Lee.
You don't get any better than that. It has to be a great feeling when you're walking through back to your car, back to whatever, and you hear the fans singing that song. It has to be just talking about it. The idea gives me goosebumps. It really, truly
absolutely. You never know what's going to connect in wrestling, Lee. You don't really know what the fans are going to like gravitate to. You don't know what they're going to connect with. You don't know what they're really going to latch out to and say like, that's my guy, or that's the thing that I'm going to relate to. You don't ever know, right? And that's one of the beautiful things about professional wrestling is you don't know. You don't know. You don't know until you know, and you don't know until you do it. You don't know until you try it. And professional wrestling is a beautiful thing when you actually do find something that everybody does latch onto, and they do it together, right? Because wrestling is a communal thing. Everybody's going to be watching Bound for Glory, like together. And even if you're in the arena, you're together on that, getting to witness it. If you're at home, if you're in the UK and you've subscribed to TNA Plus, you were watching that with the rest of the world. You can be on your X and you can be tagging, TNA Wrestling. This is TNA. And everybody's talking together, and we're in this thing together. So when everybody's together and singing my theme song, I mean, dude, it doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't. It doesn't. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot here, hometown man.
Okay.
A stat card this weekend. I've picked three matches, and I want
Okay.
you to give me your thoughts on these. I'm not saying
Ooh.
necessarily pick me a winner, but I'm saying give me
Okay.
your thoughts on
Ah,
these.
okay.
Okay,
You're
right.
giving
So
me a pass on not. I don't have to give you a winner or a loser. I just get to tell you some thoughts.
just
Oh, you're
tell me,
being
give me your
very
thoughts
kind
on
to
it.
me.
Give me your
Okay,
thoughts on
great.
it.
I
All
love
right.
this, Lee. You're being very kind. I appreciate that.
So we've got the UK's Leon Slater. He's involved in what some are calling a dream match against Yvonne Evans from NXT. Now, they teamed together last week on NXT. An amazing chemistry between the two of them. But the question is, who's going to uh, emerge? I'm going to say emerge victorious because that would put you on the spot. Who's going to
Look, you
come
can
out? Right,
look.
who's going to walk away with that gold belt around their waist between
Go
Leon
ahead and
and
put
Javon?
go ahead and put me on the spot on this one. You
Right.
said you weren't going to. You just wanted my thoughts, but I'm going to pick a winner in this one,
Mhm.
and that winner is going to be Leon Slater. I mean, it's he's in Team TNA,
Yes.
right? I'm on Team TNA. Every single member of the family of the roster of TNA is on Team TNA. There's more on the line than just bragging rights.
Mhm.
There's more on the line than just them going face to face in a showdown. There is the X Division Championship that he won at our highest attended event in U.S. history at TNA Slammiversary, and then he was christened as the new standard bearer of the X Division by AJ Styles himself. If he was to go into Bound for Glory, the biggest show of the year, and lose that championship, I don't think it would only be devastating to Leon Slater. I think it would be devastating to the entire TNA locker room. So Leon Slater is going to win. Leon Slater has to win. So the hometown man is telling you right now, Leon Slater will win because he has to.
Okay, right. Now, this one, very, very interesting one. Gia Miller stepping into TNA ring as a performer for the first time, going against former world champion Tessa Blanchard, hometown man. What is going through Gia Miller's mind here?
Look, I, not until recently, have never seen Gia Miller get pissed off. And now I've seen what happens, the vibe that changes her, the her whole demeanor, everything about Gia Miller, I've actually seen spurts of a switch that gets just flicked on, something that I've never seen, something that the TNA wrestling fans have never seen. And let me tell you, if you're in the presence of Gia Miller when that switch goes off, it's scary, dude. And I have a feeling that at Bound for Glory, when she gets in the ring with Tessa, that switch is going to get flipped, and we are going to see something from Gia Miller that we have never seen before. I don't know what to expect other than Gia Miller to get a little bit crazy. It's going to get really interestingly.
What is also going to get very, very crazy is one last time, one last table, Team 3D against the Hardys. Who is going to walk out, or who do you think the critics will say is the
Oof.
greatest tag team of all time?
I mean, you play this game, right? This Mount Rushmore
Mm.
game where you're like, put your Mount Rushmore of champions or put your Mount Rushmore of best wrestlers or do a Mount Rushmore of tag teams. I mean, if anybody doesn't put Team 3D or the Hardys on their Mount Rushmore of tag teams, I
Mm.
mean, they just don't understand professional wrestling. So I think I can't pick a winner. I will give you the very I'll give you a nice fluffy hometown man answer right now.
Okay.
The winner is going to be the fans.
Nice.
Right?
I like that. I like
Right?
that.
Because really honestly whoever wins the match, I mean, we know that we're going to be witnessing history.
Wait,
I'm going to be a fan that night watching that match, right along with my hometown fans. We are all going to be fans watching that, and we are going to be witnessing something historic. And when you get to be in the audience for something historic, or you get to watch something live, like you can do on TNA Plus, if you can watch that, like I said earlier, together in the community of professional wrestling fans that all love the same thing that you do, to say that you've actually witnessed history is rare. We don't get historical moments in wrestling a whole lot, and we know going into Bound for Glory that we're going to be witnessing a historical moment. The winner is going to be the TNA fans.
the winner is indeed going to be the TNA fans. So much happening this weekend, including the Hall of Fame inductions of Mickie James and the Beautiful People. We've mentioned the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, and the only way you can see it all, if you're not in Lowell, is by watching TNA Plus, where here in the UK you can see Bound for Glory, in addition to every TNA, PLE and PPV, including Turning Point and Final Resolution, every episode of Impact, access to the entire TNA library, and exclusive VIP membership content for just $9.99 a month or $99.99 annually. Head on over to watch.tnawrestling.com to sign up, and head on over to tnamerch.com where you can get your hands on your very own Hometown Man t-shirts.
Love it.
It has to be done. It has to be done.
I appreciate that plug, Lee. Make sure they do that. TNA merch, Hometown Man t-shirt. Get that HTM merch.
We are looking forward to seeing the Hometown Man. You never know, we might be seeing him in person in the Bound for Glory gauntlet this weekend. Thank you so very much, Hometown Man.
Ladies and gentlemen in the UK and Ireland, my people, you can now get TNA Plus VIP annual subscription for only $9.99 a month. That includes every single pay-per-view and PLE you could ever get your hands on. So do not miss out on this limited time offer.